Hey NFL fans, before we dive into today's hottest stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update from NFL News Now. The Dallas Cowboys just shook the NFL landscape in a way that can only be described as bold, daring, and unapologetically ambitious. With the trade deadline now behind us, Jerry Jones has proven once again that when he makes promises, he intends to keep them, no matter the cost. The move that's dominating headlines is the acquisition of defensive lineman Quinnen Williams from the New York Jets, a trade that instantly elevates the Cowboys' defensive front and sends a message to the entire league. Dallas is serious about contention this season. The deal, finalized before the November 4th deadline, saw the Cowboys part ways with defensive tackle Motzie Smith, a 2027 first-round pick, and a 2026 second-round pick. That's a hefty price, no doubt. But in the world of the NFL, calculated risk often defines championship aspirations, and this one screams of ambition. Earlier in the day, the Cowboys also traded for Cincinnati Bengals linebacker Logan Wilson, but while that move was significant, it pales in comparison to bringing in a three-time Pro Bowler like Williams. Credit where it's due, the Cowboys front office displayed courage and decisiveness, two qualities that often separate good teams from great ones, and they executed with precision. For fans eager to understand exactly who Quinnen Williams is and what he brings to Arlington, there are a few key facts that paint the full picture. First and foremost, Quinnen Williams is not just any defensive lineman. He is a three-time Pro Bowler with a resume that demands respect. Drafted third overall by the Jets in the 2019 NFL Draft out of Alabama, Williams has consistently lived up to his first-round hype. At just 27 years old, he's already in his seventh NFL season, which means he combines experience with peak athleticism, a rare blend in today's league. His recent accolades speak volumes. He has made the Pro Bowl for 3 consecutive seasons, a testament to his dominance on the field and the respect he commands among coaches and peers alike. In 2022, he achieved first-team All-Pro honors, a season highlighted by an impressive 12 sacks. This year, despite the mid-season trade chatter and team dynamics, Williams has already posted 32 total tackles, 17 of them solo, along with 1 sack and a career-high 3 forced fumbles. Over the course of his career, he started 94 of 98 games, compiling 322 total tackles, 40 sacks, 8 forced fumbles, 14 pass breakups, an interception, and even a safety. Numbers like these don't just reflect skill. They reflect consistency, reliability, and the kind of impact player who can alter the trajectory of a team's defense. Beyond his on-field accomplishments, Quinnen Williams brings a fascinating personal story that adds another layer of intrigue to this blockbuster trade. He isn't the only NFL talent in his family. His older brother, Quincy Williams, is currently a linebacker for the Jets. Quincy, drafted in the 3rd round of the same 2019 NFL Draft by the Jacksonville Jaguars out of Murray State, has carved out his own impressive career, earning first-team All-Pro honors in 2023. For 5 seasons, the Williams brothers have battled side by side in the league, developing a synergy that is rare among siblings at this level. Unfortunately, with Quinnen heading to Dallas, the duo will be separated for the remainder of the season, a bittersweet twist for a family that has shared so much football success together. Nevertheless, this move highlights the competitive nature of the NFL, where business decisions often outweigh personal connections. It's a poignant reminder that behind the trades and stats are human stories, and the separation of the Williams brothers is one of those narratives that adds emotional depth to what might otherwise be viewed as a purely transactional league. From a strategic perspective, Quinnen Williams' arrival in Dallas represents a seismic shift for the Cowboys' defensive line. He becomes the 5th former first-round pick featured on their front, joining Kenny Clark, Jadeveon Clowney, Dante Fowler Jr., and Solomon Thomas. That's not just depth. That's a concentration of elite talent up front that few teams in the league can rival. Goodbye, Motzie Smith, whose departure was necessary to make room for a player of Williams' caliber. But the message is clear. The Cowboys are all in on defense, and they're constructing a line capable of dominating both the run and the pass. While each player is at different stages in their career, some in their prime, others in the twilight of their peak, there's an undeniable potential for synergy. Pairing Williams with Kenny Clark, a premier run stopper, immediately strengthens Dallas' ability to control the line of scrimmage, a critical factor in any playoff-caliber team. The hope, naturally, is that this pairing will coalesce quickly, creating pressure on quarterbacks, clogging running lanes, and energizing a defensive unit that has shown flashes of brilliance but has often lacked consistency. The timing of this trade could not be more significant. As the Cowboys gear up for the final stretch of the season, every game takes on added importance. Williams' presence doesn't just add statistics, it adds a psychological edge. Opposing offenses must now account for a disruptive force capable of changing the course of a game on a single play. His ability to generate sacks, force fumbles, and command double teams can create opportunities for teammates, elevating the performance of the entire defense. In addition, his experience and proven track record bring leadership and credibility to a line that includes other high-profile players. The Cowboys are not simply adding talent. They're adding a player who has proven he can rise to the occasion in critical moments, a quality that often separates contenders from pretenders in the unforgiving NFL landscape. Off the field, Quinnen Williams' arrival is likely to energize the Cowboys fan base in a way that few trades can. Jerry Jones has long been known for his bold moves, but this trade is the kind that reminds fans why Dallas remains one of the most compelling franchises in football. It's a statement that the organization isn't content with mediocrity, that they're willing to make sacrifices, including giving up multiple high-value draft picks, to compete at the highest level. Social media is already buzzing, with fans weighing in on the potential impact of the trade, dissecting Williams' stats, and imagining how he'll fit into the Cowboys' defensive schemes. The narrative practically writes itself. A young, elite defensive lineman arrives to help push the team toward playoff glory, while a storied franchise signals its intention to contend immediately. For a fanbase hungry for both excitement and tangible success, the trade could not have come at a better time. As the Cowboys integrate Williams into their system, several storylines will be fascinating to follow. How quickly can he adapt to new teammates, schemes, and coaching philosophies? How will his presence impact the roles of Kenny Clark and the other defensive linemen? Will the Cowboys' defense, bolstered by Williams' talent, be able to elevate itself to match the explosive offensive output that Dallas is known for? All of these questions set the stage for an electrifying conclusion to the regular season. One thing is certain, Quinnen Williams is a game-changer, a difference-maker, and a player capable of altering the trajectory of a franchise with his sheer presence on the field. For Jerry Jones, this trade represents the fulfillment of a promise, and for fans, it offers a tantalizing glimpse of what could be in store if the Cowboys can harness this newfound firepower. The Cowboys didn't just acquire a player, they added a symbol of ambition, a player whose arrival signals that Dallas intends to compete, dominate, and make some noise in the NFL for the foreseeable future. In summary, Quinnen Williams is more than just a defensive lineman. He's a proven talent, a Pro Bowl-caliber athlete, and a force capable of redefining Dallas' defensive identity. His accolades, including a first-team All-Pro selection and 3 consecutive Pro Bowl appearances, speak volumes about his consistency and skill. His familial ties to the NFL provide an engaging backstory that adds an emotional layer to an already dramatic trade. Strategically, his arrival strengthens a defensive line already loaded with talent, offering both immediate impact and long-term potential. For fans, it's a bold statement from Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office, one that promises excitement, intensity, and high-stakes football for the remainder of the season. The stage is set, the players are in place, and the NFL world is watching as Quinnen Williams dons the star, ready to leave his mark in Dallas. The question now isn't whether this trade was bold, it's whether the Cowboys can fully capitalize on it, translating individual talent into collective dominance. As November unfolds, one thing is undeniable. The Cowboys' defense just got a whole lot scarier, and Quinnen Williams is at the heart of it. Keep watching as we analyze more details about some rumors. Dallas, Texas is buzzing like never before, and if you're a football fan, you better buckle up because the storm has officially arrived. Imagine the scene, the city lights reflecting off AT&T Stadium, the cheers echoing across the streets, and in the middle of it all, a man whose very presence demands attention, Derrick Henry. That's right, the Tennessee Titans powerhouse, the man known simply as King Henry, is reportedly set to join the Dallas Cowboys, and the rumor mills are spinning faster than ever. We're talking about a potential 2,000-yard season coming to Texas. Yes, you heard me right, 2,000 yards. If this deal goes through, it could be the most seismic shift the NFL has seen in recent memory. Fans, analysts, and even rival players are whispering, speculating, and trying to piece together what this could mean for the Cowboys, the NFC, and the league as a whole. The rumors started quietly, like a low rumble, just a trickle of chatter between insiders and beat reporters. But as soon as the first hints hit Twitter and local Dallas sports forums, the floodgates opened. People started analyzing jerseys, social media posts, and even practice facility sightings. The excitement is tangible. Derrick Henry isn't just a running back, he's a phenomenon. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches and weighing over 240 pounds, he's the embodiment of raw power, agility, and football IQ all rolled into one. To see him possibly lining up behind the Cowboys' offensive line, with Dak Prescott at quarterback, is enough to make even casual fans stop scrolling and pay attention. And the whispers suggest that the Cowboys' front office isn't just dipping their toes in the water, they're going all in. They see an opportunity to transform their ground game overnight, to become a team that defenses will have to respect on every single play. There's a lot to unpack here, and part of the excitement comes from imagining just how dominant Henry could be in Dallas. The Cowboys already boast a strong offensive line, a mix of seasoned veterans and young talent that could give Henry the lanes he needs to do what he does best, run through defenders like they're barely there. And let's be honest, when you pair Derrick Henry with the kind of offensive weapons Dallas has, it's not just a 1,000-yard or 1,200-yard season we're talking about. Analysts are throwing around the possibility of 2,000 rushing yards, something only a handful of players in NFL history have achieved, and it could turn the Cowboys into instant Super Bowl contenders. Can you imagine the highlight reels? Henry breaking tackles, juking linebackers, sprinting downfield with a crowd roaring behind him? It's the stuff of football dreams. Of course, as with all big rumors, there are skeptics. Some question whether Dallas can handle the financial implications, wondering if the salary cap can accommodate a player of Henry's caliber without disrupting the rest of the roster. Others point to the physical toll that comes with carrying a team on your back, noting that Henry has had some wear and tear over the years. But the buzz in Dallas is overwhelming. From fan accounts flooding social media with "Welcome to Dallas, King Henry," to local sports bars hosting speculative watch parties, it seems like the city is ready to embrace this seismic change. You can almost feel the anticipation in the air, the collective breath of a fan base holding out hope for one of the boldest moves in recent NFL history. The timing of this rumor is perfect. The Cowboys are at a crossroads in their franchise history. Dak Prescott has been working tirelessly to lead a team that has flirted with greatness but hasn't quite sealed the deal. Pairing him with a running back like Henry could be the missing piece of the puzzle. We're talking about a backfield that balances power, speed, and unpredictability. Imagine game plans where defenses can't stack the box without risking a deep pass, and can't focus on the air attack without fearing a Henry stampede. The chessboard of NFL strategy could shift overnight, and Dallas might find itself with a weapon so formidable that rival teams will need to rethink everything. The rumor has ignited countless debates among fans and analysts alike, each one speculating how coaches would deploy such an extraordinary talent and whether this is a move designed for a short-term splash or a long-term dynasty. Meanwhile, speculation around the locker room dynamics is just as intense. Derrick Henry is known not only for his physical prowess, but for his leadership and work ethic. Reports from Tennessee describe a player who sets a tone in practice, who motivates teammates, and who thrives under pressure. Bringing that mentality into the Cowboys' locker room could reshape the culture, boosting morale, and perhaps even elevating players who have yet to reach their full potential. Cowboys insiders are reportedly excited about the potential mentorship Henry could offer to younger running backs, and the buzz suggests that the front office views this acquisition as a statement of intent, a declaration that Dallas isn't just playing the game, they're aiming to dominate it. If we zoom out and look at the broader NFL landscape, the implications are staggering. Henry's move would send shockwaves through the league, forcing defenses to prepare differently, and perhaps even prompting other teams to make aggressive moves in response. Rival NFC East teams, like the Eagles and Giants, are already theorizing how to counteract a Henry-led ground game. Analysts are predicting that his arrival could shift the Cowboys into a top-3 scoring offense almost immediately. And for fans, the drama is irresistible. It's the kind of storyline that dominates sports news cycles, fuels debates on podcasts, and keeps Twitter buzzing for weeks. Every preseason game could be a preview of greatness, every run a potential highlight for years to come. Some insiders even hint at an emotional narrative. Derrick Henry leaving Tennessee after building a legacy there, moving to a city with equally passionate fans, and taking on the challenge of leading Dallas to glory is the stuff of Hollywood scripts. Social media is awash with memes, speculative video edits, and mock highlight reels imagining Henry sprinting through Cowboys jerseys, breaking tackles, and celebrating touchdowns in AT&T Stadium. It's more than a rumor. It's a fever sweeping across the city, infecting fans, journalists, and casual observers alike. People are already discussing potential fantasy football implications, draft strategies, and even how this move could affect Dak Prescott's legacy. The energy in Dallas right now is almost tangible. You can picture the scene. Fans gathering outside the stadium, jerseys of Henry already showing up in stores, and sports bars planning viewing parties for what could be the most electrifying NFL season in recent memory. The rumor is spreading like wildfire, and with each passing day, it gains more weight. We're talking whispers in locker rooms, hints from front office sources, and subtle nods from players that keep the speculation alive. Whether it's a calculated strategy by the Cowboys management or a bold gamble, one thing is certain. Derrick Henry joining Dallas would be nothing short of a seismic event in football history. The Cowboys fan base has been hungry for a defining move, a signal that their team is serious about championship contention. Derrick Henry's potential arrival might just be that signal. The city is poised on the edge of its collective seat, ready for what could be the most dominant running back performance in decades. From the power behind every carry to the headlines that will inevitably follow, the narrative writes itself. And as we watch this rumor unfold, one thing is clear. Dallas is bracing for a hurricane, a tsunami of talent, and Derrick Henry might just be the eye of the storm. So, whether it's officially confirmed or still swirling as speculation, the buzz is unstoppable. Sports analysts, fans, and even casual observers are caught up in the drama of what could be the NFL's biggest acquisition. The promise of 2,000 yards, the potential to redefine a franchise, and the sheer spectacle of seeing Henry in a Cowboys uniform has everyone talking. It's not just a rumor anymore. It's a conversation starter, a source of excitement, and perhaps the beginning of a new era in Dallas. The only question that remains is, can the Cowboys capitalize on this opportunity and turn speculation into a historic season? One thing is for sure, the eyes of the football world are on Texas, and the storm may be just getting started. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your fellow NFL fans. Stay tuned for more updates, only here on NFL News Now.